Hey guys, it's Dez, and today I learned how to draw furries, which, if you don't know what a furry is, I'm gonna have to ask you what rock that you've been living under, because I don't know about you guys, but furries have completely taken over my TikTok feed. But maybe that's just a me problem. Anyways, furries are, by definition of the very good and trusted source Google AI, someone with an interest in anthropomorphic animal characters, or animals with human-like characteristics. This can manifest as creating a fursona, which is a character that many furries will roleplay as or make art of, and will even have fursuits made so they can cosplay their fursona at conventions and other events. Furry art is an incredibly popular and broad genre of art, where artists and furries alike draw furry characters doing a variety of activities. Some completely innocuous, some spicy, and some very questionable activities included. Some popular sites for this kind of art is one I'm very familiar with. You're probably familiar with, for better or for worse, I'm not entirely sure. But you know it, you either love it or you hate it. It's DeviantArt, everybody. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. You shouldn't be surprised. Now, I've been on DeviantArt since I was a young lad drawing DSTL fan art on my math tests. And I actually have some weird stories from all my time being on there, as well as other sites with similar audiences, like Tumblr, which is where I grew up online. But DeviantArt is absolutely no stranger to controversy, especially around furry art. Look no further than the site's homepage and you can see why. It's not just full of furry art, but furry fetish art, and some really strange fetishes at that. Now, I'm not here to kink shame, but I never expected to hear the words cheese grater, raccoons, and anal play come out of my mouth in the same sentence. But on DeviantArt, there really is a corner of the internet for any and everybody. And the cheese grater incident has achieved incredible notoriety for being the type of art that DeviantArt deviants, well, tend to encourage on that site. And that is not the art that I want to make. Nothing wrong with drawing something for your own personal satisfaction, but that's not really to my taste, personally. And I wanted to have some cute furry drawings that I could post on my Instagram page and not have my grandma call me and ask if I need a psych ward vacation. Some of the art that I have seen has genuinely been some of the coolest and most inspiring art that I've ever seen. And the amount of skill it takes to create an appealing looking character that also happens to be an anthropomorphic creature really got me interested in learning how to create one of these characters for myself. So I did a lot of research on common safe for work furries and furry art to get a better idea of what style I wanted to emulate and how I wanted my character to look. My first character was going to be a dog, mostly because I have a golden retriever named Henry and he's just fucking adorable, and I thought that if I wanted to make a cute furry art, I better choose a cute animal to turn into a character. So I just kind of went with a golden because he's right in front of me, and I didn't have a reference in front of me, just an idea of what I wanted the character to look like. And at first I liked it. I thought that it looked really good for my first furry character, but after looking at it for a while, I kind of hated it. I don't know. It's a cool concept, but I feel like I just didn't nail the execution. It's cute, but not quite cute enough. So I had my best friend Cody commission me to make them a fursona of their own. This was mostly just so I could get the practice, but also they thought it was something fun to do, so we both had a lot of fun designing the character together and choosing all the right colors and everything to turn my little pookums into a cat. But I still wasn't exactly what I was looking for stylization-wise. It felt boring, and the furry art that I wanted my art to look like was bright and fun and expressive. Mine felt flat and boring and bland. So I decided to try again. This time I decided to make myself a fursona. Because, I mean, I need a fursona. And if you couldn't guess already, but it's gonna be a cat, okay? I'm obsessed with cats. So I decided to make myself a fursona, a cat fursona. And I decided to put my fursona in a pose that made the character look more alive. And the lighting I wanted to be dynamic and colorful. And the color choices that I made for the character himself were honestly not my favorite. But I do think that this piece looks really good. The semi-realistic style is exactly what I was going for, and the lighting and everything was so fun. But the face still didn't feel right. I obviously just needed more practice drawing furry faces and making them appear more animal, because I feel like they still looked a little more on the human side, and it was making my characters look more uncanny than I actually wanted. So I did some more research. And by research, I mean I went on DeviantArt and looked at a bunch of furry art. And I do mean a bunch. I used Milanote to sort all the art that I found and liked and could take notes on. And I also went on Pinterest to find some. What I like about Milanote is that you can sort all of your reference photos into one folder called a board and make a mood board to take notes, insert links, files, and more. And I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but I have recently been using them for all of my projects, and I don't think I'll ever be going back. Their web clipper makes collecting references and their sources so easy. And if you ever want to sponsor my channel, Milanote, I definitely wouldn't be saying no, okay? So if they're watching this, which I highly doubt, please, I want the monies, because I love your product and I will shove it down my audience's throat any day. Anyway, I've been using them recently while I work on my graphic novel for Webtoon, and it's made the process so much easier to organize everything. It's great for world building, character design, and they have so many different templates to use, so you can design your own board however you want to suit your own needs. I personally used the illustration mood board, so I collected all of my references, took some notes on things that I wanted to remember for my next drawing, and then I decided to draw my purple cat fursona one more time, but this time as an icon. And this one turned out much better. I'm actually using it as a profile picture on Discord and some other platforms now, including my Blue Sky, I think. I chose a purple cat as my sona because, if you don't know, I'm completely obsessed with cats. But also, I love the colors purple and green, but it's mostly because ever since I was little, I've had a purple stuffed cat animal that I would just bring everywhere with me, and it was just the only animal that I could think of that could represent me, so here he is, purple cat dude. Except the thirst to make decent furry art was still not quenched. I had to make even more, and I had to get even better. So I asked my followers to share their OCs with me on TikTok and my Blue Sky so I could draw some of my favorites. And you guys submitted so many awesome OCs. It was genuinely difficult to pick just one to draw, so I actually ended up drawing a bunch of them. The first one was a wolf, I think. Not really sure of the species on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's a wolf, for Risa Foxidamius on TikTok. And this one was a lot of fun, but I felt odd because he didn't have any clothes. All of the other furries I had drawn so far had clothes on, so this one felt really naked. Even though I know he's just like an animal, so it's not like nakedness applies to him, I still just ended up wanting to give him clothes the whole time. But I didn't want to change someone's OC without their consent, so I just kept him as is, but in a less revealing pose. The next one I did was a bunny that was pretty simplified, in my opinion, so I didn't really have a lot of detail to work with. The reference that my followers sent me didn't have any hair or any outfit details except for a tie-dye shirt, so this drawing didn't really quench my thirst either. And then I got to the husky fursona. And this one, I went off. I absolutely 8, okay? This husky for the fur father on TikTok was so fucking fun to draw, and something just clicked in my brain, and I decided to start using texture and different complementary colors on my multiply layer, and it just, mwah, it looked so fucking delicious. Look at that lighting. The color dynamics, and the pose looks fire as fuck, actually. And I don't usually pose my characters with any kind of perspective in mind because I get intimidated by perspective. It's super difficult. And I was worried I'd mess up the drawing. But after this drawing, I am so hooked on every technique that I used. And everything I learned about color theory, dynamic posing, composition, and lighting all came rushing into my noggin, and this came out. I was pretty impressed, if I do say so myself. So I decided to continue. The next one I did was a wolf, and this one is for Warlord is Here. This is OC Warlord Wolf. And he's on Blue Sky, I believe. And I used the same technique on this one as the last one, putting texture and different colors on a base layer, then painting the flat base colors over that with the tiniest hint of opaqueness to let those colors shine through. And then I did my shading and rendering and put different colors and textures on that layer as well to really make the colors in the image pop. This one is definitely one of my favorite ones. And just looking back on this one compared to the first one I made so much progress in such a short amount of time just by drawing other people's OCs. And I was genuinely having so much fun with it. This one definitely was the one that I was most proud of, I think. And the person who got it absolutely loved it as well. So because I'm an attention whore, and I want more TikTok followers since I deleted my old account with 60,000 followers and I have to start from scratch, I decided to just keep doing free art requests for people at pretty much random. And I did 2 more Fursona drawings for my TikTok followers to continue promoting my art account. This one was probably one of my favorite character designs that I saw, and I just had to draw it. She's a white fox, I think, with blue and orange mismatched eyes and an overall dominant female energy vibe. They asked me to draw her in a pose that conveyed that energy, so I did my best, but I'm honestly not sure that comes across as well. She had a dress in her reference photo that I decided to use for the drawing because it was a really pretty long black dress that I felt made her white fur stand out better. I did sort of a pinkish purple lighting around her just to make her fur not completely white, and I think she looks really cool. I'm super happy with how she turned out, and I absolutely love drawing her. I think now I can call myself a real furry artist. This last one technically isn't a Fursona. It's an original character who is a kimono mimi. Kimono mimi? Which is a humanoid character with animal features like a cat and a tail. Think those cute cat girls. Like that. So there's a lot of overlap in the communities, but I want to make sure that you know that I recognize that they are 2 completely different things. But personally, if I were to dress up as my OC Fursona, I'd probably just go for the ears and the tail too. Those Fursona fursuit heads always look like they'd be so hot. But anyways, this OC from pathetic.cryptid on TikTok caught my attention because I don't draw or see a lot of plus size OCs and have been trying to come up with some more plus size characters. And this one was really, really cute, especially with the pink hair. So I just had to draw her. She's a cute dog girl, which I love, and I find so cute, and I'm really happy with how the art turned out as well. Pathetic Cryptid also really liked their drawing of their OC in my style, and I think that overall this experiment of if I can become a furry artist was a complete success. I am now a furry artist. I had so much fun, honestly, and I definitely am going to keep drawing furries as well as humans in the future. Before I end the video, I just wanted to remind you guys that I have a Ko-fi where you can sign up as a member to get exclusive access to special content like my behind the scenes vlogs, early access to my comic, and even sneak peeks of the comic's script and final pages. I also have a Patreon where all of these perks and even more are available, like a mail club where you can get free art sent directly to you. If you want to buy prints or even original painting of mine, you can go to my Etsy. And for art commissions, which are almost always open unless I'm overbooked, you can make an art commission request through my card on Ko-Fi or on my new VGen account. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment your favorite furry OC drawing that I did. And maybe follow me on TikTok or Blue Sky and submit your own OC so that I can draw them for a future video. If you guys have any cool video ideas or topics that you like me to talk about, drop those in the comments as well. Thanks, y'all. Stay cringe, stay weird, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!